So this one's about being price competitive and what we're going to do about it, and changing the state of play on what we're doing in order to get us more competitive with Change Checker, Westminster Collection, and even the Mint, as difficult as that's going to be. Right then, so the first thing, sorry if there's a bit of background noise, but I'm in the car and I'm a passenger, so I'm not driving, and me being me, I can't just have a couple of hours doing something without thinking of work and having things go over, like, you know, the machinery. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what we're going to do and how we're going to change things. So and I've come up with a couple of ideas. However, there's going to be some impacts. So for example, I'm going to need to bring the prices down. What I'm not going to be able to do is I'm not going to be able to bring the prices down and carry on giving people 10 points per pound spent, because to give you back 10% after I reduce the prices, probably by more than 10%, that would put us in an almost loss-making situation, and that can't happen. So we are going to make it a lot more competitive, but in order to do that, you're going to lose the points. So there's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, instead of 10 points per pound, which is 10% back, I'm going to reduce things by more than 10%, certainly the most sought after coins and the package coins, and one thing and another. So you're easily going to get your money's worth there, and it's and make it worthwhile for you not to worry about losing the points, as it were. And you're still going to get points. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to 1 point per pound spent, and we're going to 1 point for redeemed, which is no change. So at the moment you redeem 500 points for £5, and you'll carry on redeeming 500 points for £5. You'll start receiving 1 point per pound spent instead of 10 points per pound spent. However, from time to time, what I will do is come up with little deals to give extra points, and so on. So we won't stop doing some kind of promotional offers or whatever, but of course it's going to be very, very tight now. It's going to be extremely tight, so I've got to be really careful on what kind of offers and what kind of promotions that we do, and I'm hoping that you get that. So why is all this such a big deal? And you may think, and an awful lot of people think, you know, when Change Checker starts selling things and when the Royal Mint starts selling things, they expect us, absolutely expect us, to be cheaper or to be the same price. And that's not exactly possible, because in the strictly speaking, the people that have got the contract with the Mint is 288 Group, not Change Checker, not Westminster Collection. 288 Group. 288 Group own Change Checker and Westminster Collection. 288 Group are supposed to be distributors of the Royal Mint, but the only people they distribute to are themselves. They don't distribute to any other company anywhere else in the world. Change Checker or 288 Group are allowed to buy at prices nobody else is allowed to buy at. This is why, as a package coin from Change Checker can sometimes be sold for £10. £10 for a fully packaged coin. Now, that's impossible, just about, almost impossible for us to compete with. We would have to sell thousands upon thousands upon thousands in order to compete with that price. And even then, I don't think we can compete with it, because when we order that same product, and this is a product that's exactly the same, when we order that product has to go from the Royal Mint in Wales, it has to travel and get onto a plane, it goes all the way over to the Netherlands into Europe, it then gets repackaged and gets transported to another plane back to the airport again, where it will get on another plane back to this country in order to deliver it to me. And if I then sell that coin to somebody in Europe or Australia or anywhere else outside this country, that coin is going to get on a plane and travel to an airport for the 3rd time, and it's going to get on 3 planes. Now, that to me is absolutely ridiculous. It's outrageous, it's ridiculous, it shouldn't be allowed. I'm English, I was born here, and I'm not allowed to buy it in my own country. And I am so outraged by that, it's unbelievable. So it makes me want to go, right, come on in, I'll put my fists up, let's have a tumble, let's have a fight, and let's see if I can't bring the odds back in my favour. Well, the only way I can do that is to literally do something about it. And then, and only then, will they potentially want to sit round a table with me. But you can make all the threats you like. I mean, if somebody threatens me with suing me, I'd just say, yeah, all right. Because you know people ain't going to sue you. We all threaten it, but we don't often do it. And the only way I'm going to be able to make any inroads is to actually sue them. And to do that, well, that's going to be another video. This one is all about why I'm doing what I'm doing and how that's going to affect you. It's going to impact on you. Now, at the moment, it's going to impact you in a beneficial way. Even though you're going to lose 9 points for every pound you spend, it's still going to benefit you in a beneficial way financially, because you will save more money. It will still cost us money, and we still have to pay for every single transaction on the Swell Rewards program. We pay them a fixed monthly fee, and we have to pay them an individual transaction. And as we've just found out, when they mess it all up and hundreds of thousands of points go out to people that shouldn't have had them, they don't seem to want to take responsibility for that. So we have that to deal with as well. And but what we don't do is we don't come back to you, the customer, and say, well, you've got to pay for that. So we're trying to make it a lot more price competitive. We're trying to bring the prices down. I've had a bit of negotiations with somebody, and we've worked out, in theory, how many we need to sell in order to bring the price down to a certain degree. So it's like, you know, if I can sell 1,000 package coins a week, well, then that makes an awful lot of difference. So that's what we're going to aim to do. So those of you out there that are into maybe buying a bit wholesale and so on, maybe we can even stretch it in that direction too. And there is somebody I wanted to say a special mention to. You might think I'm ignoring him. Begins with Cameron. So Cameron, get in touch. If you watch this video, get in touch. I will be getting in touch with you. So there we are. So I hope some of that helps explain some of that. Now, of course, one of the things I would ask everybody not to forget is, don't forget that every year we give you £10 in points as a birthday present. Happy birthday, have a tenner on us. Every year. Every single person gets that. So, you know, if we've got, we send out our email databases just under 9,500. So if that's 9,500 people, they all get £10 each. That's £95,000 a year given out to our customers. Not only that, every single week, just about, there are 1 or 2 weeks I do forget, but virtually every week I give away free vouchers. And a couple of quids here, a couple of quids there every week, so you probably get £100 a year in free vouchers. You probably get more than that, and that'll be a couple of quid off of this, or a couple of quid off of that, or whatever it might be. But every week I generally do something. So so I'm thinking you won't be too miffed at the way that I'm doing this, because it will still mean you'll be able to get free points, it will still mean you'll be able to get free coins, and it will also mean that you'll be able to save money and pay less. So I'm hoping that this is more than acceptable for everybody, but this is the stance that we've got to take. And I'm sure you'd rather have cheaper products than more points anyway. At the end of the day, I mean, it's all about your pocket, isn't it? So so I'm hoping that this won't affect things too much, that you won't be too miffed that we're changing the point system and reducing prices. So to be absolutely clear, earning points changes, and that's only on when you buy a product. The earning points doesn't change as far as sharing our listing pages and that kind of thing. That will stay as it is for the moment. The only thing I'm changing is the points that you get when you buy a product. There is no change to you redeeming points or anything like that. Just adding in there, of course, if you haven't done it already, it really would be a good idea to log into your account on our site and make sure that your personal details are fully updated. So put your date of birth in if you haven't already, your address, postcode, telephone number. If we ever have a problem with an order, it would be a lot easier for us to just give you a quick tinkle. You know, I'm old school. I like to get on the phone, have a chat to someone, and if we've messed an order up, tell them and offer them an exchange or whatever we might offer. It's a lot easier to do that over the phone than backwards and forwards by messages. Plus the written word can often get misunderstood, you know, so it's a good idea to put your phone number in with your contact details. That's what I'm saying. And for you, it's a really good idea to add your birthday, because you will get an automatic £10 worth of points added to your account every birthday, and you can spend it on what you like. So just to, because there's going to be some people that think, well, why are you getting so annoyed about it all? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, business is business, and whatever deals other people have got, they've got. Well, I'll tell you why it makes such a big deal to me, and why it doesn't make sense up here, is because I'm in Weymouth in Dorset, which is on the southwest coast. Lovely, lovely place, lovely countryside. But I'm in Weymouth in Dorset, and Change Checker, Westminster Collection, 288 Group, they're in Poole. That's only 30 miles up the road, 30 miles up the road. And all of their stock comes direct from the Royal Mint, and it comes direct from the Royal Mint faster and quicker and earlier than anybody else gets it. No other dealer, no other buyer of the Royal Mint gets the products before 288 Group. They always get it first. They've got the products in-house, in stock, on the day of release. No one else gets that. I can't even order them until the day of release. So I order it, it takes a couple of weeks before it actually goes from the Mint to the Netherlands, from the Netherlands back to me, and all the repackaging and all the trips to the airports and all the flights and all the rest of it. And meanwhile, of course, 288 Group have got 2 weeks on us and anybody else. And I think, you know, after that's a bit wrong, really. So they're 30 miles up the road to us, but still their products go direct from the Royal Mint to them, and they get them on the day of release. Us, 30 miles down the road, the Royal Mint send the products to the Netherlands, then from the Netherlands back to the UK, and so on. I know, boring. I keep going on about the same thing over and over again, but you know, you're getting the idea as to why I can't be the only dealer that is a bit miffed by all this. And then the other thing is that they get to buy the coins loose, and they put them in their own packaging, whereas we're not allowed to buy them loose. We have to buy them fully packaged, which is a more expensive product. And there's an awful lot of collectors out there that don't quite understand the difference and understand why they can sell it so cheap, and we're selling a product that is actually a completely different product because it's packaged so expensive. And the reason it's not that it's expensive, it looks expensive compared to the price that they sell it for, because they're buying a product that is not packaged. So these are all the reasons why it's got to be a complete change around, and the only way I can do that is to reduce the prices, and the only way I can do that is to reduce the points. So without going on like another broken record, I hope you get that, and I hope you're all in full agreement, and we're off and running. And don't forget to update your details, and also don't forget that if you can be bothered and go through all the videos on our playlist, and you can access them, www.tinyurl.com/TGBCH vids, VIDS. www.tinyurl.com/TGBCH vids, and that will take you to the top of the playlist. And if you can be bothered, Go through all the videos and you'll get a voucher code in nearly every one of them. And that's it. Okay, so thanks ever so much, and I don't think there's any more to say on the subject. We'll see in another video. Also, I'll do another video about suing the Royal Mint. If you fancy getting involved in that, you can get involved from £1. I now know what we're going to do. Okay, see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.